This podcast is brought to you by the Drug-Free Communities in partnership with Prevention Consultants of Missouri. Together, we're working toward a future free of youth addiction. We're going to go off script here, and just as we wrap things up, any advice to those that you're leaving behind at your respective high schools that you would recommend? Like, is there maybe freshmen who are stepping in and they're going to be dealing with the things that you've navigated through? You'll have a new scene that you're going into, whether it's in work or college, where you're redefining what those decisions look like. But maybe for those freshmen or sophomores, what would you say would be just a kind of a one-off sort of advice of saying, here's something that I learned that I think would be helpful for you?
You 100% can just say no. You don't have to say no because or no, but just no. You can say no. You can walk away from a situation. No one who truly respects you as a person will pressure you to do anything you're not 100% confident in doing.
Peer pressure, it's definitely something that you're going to come across no matter what. But it's important to know where you stand and make those decisions and stick with it. Don't just kind of change it willy-nilly whenever you want to hang out with people or you want to hang out with certain friend groups, because I feel like like I said earlier, show me your friend, show me your future. Definitely if you put yourself in that position, if you're changing it like all the time, you're probably not going to make a good lasting future for yourself at that point. So just definitely be aware of who you put yourself around. It's definitely something that'll affect you for the rest of your life.
I would definitely say speak up about whatever's bothering you, or if like you have a question about like how would this really affect me if I did it? Like ask a trusted adult, a trusted friend. Like don't keep it to yourself, because if you have like anyone who truly cares about you will answer your question without judging.
Or any halfway decent person in
general. Yeah, for real. Asking questions is always important.
Yeah. Because I remember I grew up and I was always hush-hush about questions I had, because it was always like, don't ask questions about what's going, like, don't ask why this is going on at home. Don't all this and that. And I wish I spoke up sooner about what things that went on with me, like my family and all that. And like, I am now very a nosy Nelly. I will say that, because if I see something, I'm like, what's that? What does it do? I am now like, I will ask questions about anything if I can to make sure I understand. And like, that's just what I'd give, like, ask questions, be open, like, don't hold yourself in, let it out, don't hold it in. At this point in my life, with my dad's been out of my life for 5 years, me and my mom are best friends. We can tell each other, well, I tell her pretty much everything. And it's at the point where I'm like, if someone does not want me to tell my mom something, I'm like, okay, you're done. You're out of my life. Because I've had people do that. I'm like, okay, well, no, that's toxic. I wouldn't tell you not to tell your mom something. So it's a great excuse. I definitely
feel like somebody saying, like, don't tell your mom is probably something that you shouldn't be involved in.
It's bad. It's like, or even like I was like friends with this person, but I was talking to them like romantic wise, and I was like, yeah. He was like, well, don't tell your mom. I'm like, okay, so have a good life.
I feel like my mom and I have like a good understanding of like being best friends, but also understanding that like she is my mom, and so like keeping those separate is like really good, because she knows that like like I'm a teenager, like I some things I'm going to keep to myself, some things I'm going to talk to her about, but like definitely knowing that if somebody tells you don't tell your mom, it's probably not going to be a good thing. Whether or not I was going to tell her or not, it's probably not a good thing that follows, where they're like, don't tell your mom. That's probably not something that you really want to be involved in.